What's up and welcome. Today, we're gonna be doing some work to the Celica. As some of you may know, the paint is pretty much shot on it and it looks pretty bad in the sun. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and paint correct this thing. We're gonna try and get the paint dialed in to where as best as it possibly can be without burning through, without re-clearing, without repainting it. Not only are we gonna paint correct it, but we're also gonna try and fit the Aero a little bit better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the side skirts off, the front lip off, the rear spats, and the wing off so that we can get a proper paint correction under all those things. And then once that's finished, we're gonna put everything back on better than what it is now. And as of recently, I wanna thank you guys so much for all of your support on the redoing my brakes on the Celica. Seems like all of you liked it. A lot of you stuck around. I really appreciate it. And it was fun to do that for a very first time doing a series. Thank you guys so much. Anyway, we're gonna stop yapping. We're gonna get into this thing. We're gonna start taking things off and hopefully it goes well. I think we can do this. I've never done anything like this, so I guess we'll see what happens. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty happy with the outcome of the brakes. They look amazing. We have all new hardware and that's absolutely perfect in my book. A lot of hard work at the shop, late nights, all that good stuff, but it paid off and I'm pretty happy with them. And some attention to detail, I even went ahead and powder coated these pins black. Looks good. So what I'm gonna start on right now is probably the rear spats. And I know these are held on by just a couple screws and just some tape. So this is probably the easiest one to get off. We're gonna start there and then work our way maybe on the side skirts or maybe the front lip. Then we're gonna get this thing down and, you know, get the big old wing off. I want to say that we're gonna have to heat this up. Well, maybe not. I don't want to bend this too much. It is fiberglass, but it looks like actually some of the adhesive is coming off. Just gotta get it off. I'm probably just gonna try and cut it actually. All right, we are almost there. I'm gonna try and heat this thing up. What if I just... This might work. Go back, go up, go down. Come on, boy. Look at that, dude. Why didn't I do that from the beginning? Oh, buddy, check it out. And it's naked. You're gonna get all this off. And of course, as always, gonna repeat for the other side. This is easy enough, at least. We'll start off a little easy. We'll get to the harder stuff later. Man, this thing is on there real good. At least this section. Hell yeah! I'm gonna get all this tape off and probably move on to the side skirt or the front. I wanna say the front just because it's at the front. Huh? That made no sense, but because we had the lift, it's gonna be harder to get to the side skirt. All right, I got the rear spats off. This thing is looking pretty bare and naked. Those spats do a big difference. I do like them, and you can see the paint's a little messed up under here, but honestly, it's not gonna matter because I'm gonna put them back on. But yeah, thing looks naked. These things are also massive. I didn't realize how large they were, but they make a big difference. I'm gonna continue on the front probably tomorrow. And coming over here to the front lip, or fascia, or whatever you wanna call this, we do have like, you know, butting up against here. It's kind of weird. This line kind of fits with the lower grill, but as you get over here, it kind of goes off its own path. Same with over here. I probably have to touch this up, but yeah, this is all not fit to where I really like it. And then also up here, you can see it's a big gap, but we're gonna be taking care of this. I think what we're gonna do now is try and get this front fascia off. I think it's just these screws here and then maybe some tape. And if you guys are enjoying this video, feel free to subscribe. It is 100% free, and you can always unsubscribe later if you don't like me. So let's get to it. All right, so what's holding on this front fascia is the 2 screws here. I'm not sure if there's any tape on it, but I'm gonna take these off, take them off on the other side, and then see if there's any tape. I don't think there's anything else holding it in the middle. Like I said, could be tape, but. Oh yeah, that's literally just held on by the screws, I think, at this point. I'm gonna try and put this guy back in, and then we're gonna remove the 2 on the other side. Honestly, I can't wait to see what this thing looks like under the car. I'm not sure if I'll be taping these back on or panel bonding, because I know panel bonding is kind of, it's kind of your permanent solution, but we'll see what happens, see what it looks like, we'll assess. And this is gonna come off. Ugh, yikes. All right, well that's kind of loose. I think there's tape up here up front. Yeah, it feels like there's tape up front, so I could probably just leave this hanging out right here maybe. Go get the heat gun and start heating up the tape. Try not to destroy this, that would be great. Ooh, okay, yeah, it's just coming right off. And there is tape right here. Let's see if I can just kind of pull it off. Yep, there it is. All right, so we got it off. Wow, this thing looks so bare. This is your true GT-4 look, I guess, but dude, this is crazy. I'm gonna get this in a safe spot. This thing looks so different with the front fascia, lip, whatever bumper extension you want to call it. It looks so different with it off, man. Honestly, the condition of the paint, it's questionable. It looks okay. I mean, you could see some kind of dirt and stuff here. I'm gonna clean that up and see what it looks like. I'll probably end up touching up these little spots that we're hitting in the corner, and we're gonna fix all that, wipe it off, and yeah, you can see there's some thrashing over here. Ain't look that good. I also found a nice little home for our front lip, and yeah, it looks good. I cleaned up our front bumper, and it's what you would probably expect. It's pretty faded, pretty beat up, and yeah, we have a little bit of scratching on the front. Not a big deal because we're gonna be covering it anyway. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And now we're gonna move on to the side skirts, which that entails taking off these 2 screws. Probably gonna take off the 3rd anyway. In the front we will, and then also here right in the back, we're gonna take these guys off and try and at least get those off, and then get the car on its wheels, get on the ground maybe, and start ripping it off. I'm gonna end up getting new screws right here. These are kind of nasty. Meaning like the thread, they're a little messed up. I might as well take off this one too. We'll clean up what's behind there. I'm gonna try and move this thing around, see if there's anything else that we need to take off. I think we're able to pop it off. I guess we don't have the lift on it, at least back here, so I'm gonna have to put the wheels on to get the front off, but the back seems like it's able to move around. So what I'm gonna do is, now I'm gonna go to the other side, get those screws off, and get this thing on the floor. All right, let's get the wheels on and get this thing on the ground. All right, the wheels are on, and now I gotta find pieces of wood for this thing to go on. For some reason, in this entire shop, I just don't have wood. I do have a long plank. I might have to cut it, so that sucks. But yeah, we're gonna get this thing on the ground, obviously on some wood, and get these damn skirts off. I think we have some visitors here. That's not good. I have to take care of that. Finally got her on the ground, which is awesome. Without the rear spats, dude, you can really see that the rear tire looks very meaty, looks very mean, looks good. But obviously we're running the rear spats no matter what, because, I mean, that's sticking out pretty far. But rear spats look a lot better with it on. Now up front here, I mean, this thing is looking really good. But this thing looks so naked. I mean, this is just crazy. Look at all the ground clearance we have now, man. That's insane. Let's get these skirts off. All right, let's get on with getting these skirts off, man. Okay, well, that was super easy, and I guess it was just held on by 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. All right, well, there's that. This one does have some tape right here in the back, so this one might be the battle. Let's hope it's not. There goes the front. Yeah, we have some tape right here. And there we are. There she is. Not bad. All right, it's even more naked than what it was before. I'm gonna try and get this tape off right here and then get it up, clean off that surface that was covered, and then we're gonna get the wing off. All right, our tape is all off and that section is cleaned off. Now I'm gonna try and get this wing off, and I don't know who's getting handsy with the car, but that's there. Yeah, let's get the wing off. I think to get the wing off, we're gonna be removing this bolt and this bolt right here on both sides. I think that's what we have to do to get the wing off. Haven't done it before, kind of nervous, but honestly, we're gonna send it. I mean, we're already at this point, we have everything else off. Might as well get this off too, get it to refit a lot better. This might not be the right bolt, is it? I don't think this is the bolt we want to remove. I'm gonna put that back. Yeah, I want to say that, I mean, this is moving, but our wing isn't moving, so I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm gonna try and remove this one and see if that does anything. It's gonna come off? Oh yeah, it's gonna come off. All right. The wing is off. Dude, it looks like a drag car. This actually looks really cool. Obviously we're putting it back on, but this is a really weird looking car right now, man. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean off that surface, clean off all of our Aero, and then start seeing what else we have to take off in order to give this thing a good paint correction. I wanna say that we might take off this rear wiper. I'm not too sure, most likely not, but I definitely wanna get this side marker off because I do have a new gasket and a new side marker for it. They come in amber, they come in black, and they come in white. I went with a black one just to give it a murdered out look on our fender, but honestly, I think I might get a white one too, see what that looks like up against the wheels. I think it might match a little bit and offset the color from the black and the white. We might also take off these little vents in the little intake. And then we're also gonna have to take this off, this grate, because I do have a new gasket for it as well. So let's get to it. All right, spent some time off camera getting our little vents off. I do have a new gasket for that, which is cool. I got our wiper sprayers too. Those are off as well. Because this is such an intricate hood, kind of. I want to get this thing right. This is a, you know, huge piece and iconic kind of piece of the GT4. I want to get that paint right on there. What I might do is get this on the lift again and take off our side markers. Also, I've decided that I'm probably going to be taking off the badges too, because to get inside there is just not going to happen. So might have to take these off and get new ones or polish the ones that are right there. So yeah, also it's cool, you can see all this stuff. Nice. All right, well, we're gonna keep going and see what we got. All right, I spent more time off camera and I think we have pretty much everything off that we need to get off. And what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and start masking off all of our trim like this, all of this stuff up here, like all our rubber and things like that. I'm gonna give the car a once over, and as for the paint correction, what I'm gonna be using is this 501 3D detailing with a wool pad. Once that's done, we're gonna be using the heavy polish pad with 501, and then we're gonna be using the finishing 502 polish with the finishing pad. And I think that's what we're gonna do to get the paint right. I have done test panels. This seems to work absolutely perfectly. And it gives a finish that I pretty much want to have. And I think that's the best that this paint can possibly be with this combination. So we're gonna get to it. Happy time-lapsing. All right, so I did do a test panel. I did the rear trunk, just the top and the rear of the rear trunk and the rear bumper. And I wanna say that this is probably as good as it's gonna get, given that this is the original paint. It does look very nice in direct light, which probably won't hit direct light all the time. But yeah, this is looking pretty decent. I know we do have a little bit of lack of paint right here. That's probably just from the factory. In the light, on camera, it looks absolutely horrible, but in person, you really cannot see it, which is great. But this is probably as good as it's gonna get. So if we go a little bit over here, you can see the corrected side and now the uncorrected side. Pretty nasty, but I think this is as good as the paint's gonna get. Obviously, we're not gonna have direct light on it at all times. So this is kind of the finish that we have so far. And in my opinion, I think that's good enough, and it's looking pretty good. So we're gonna get on with it. We're gonna clay bar the rest of the car and do our process of paint correction here. So here we go. Our masking is all finished. I didn't do this section because we already paint corrected that up there. Don't need to do that. And then as you saw, I didn't do this either because this is actually paint. Probably not gonna be able to revive this. We're gonna try and see if we can, but what I can do to kind of cover this up is get carbon rain guards or gloss black rain guards, whatever. I'm gonna do my best to try and get this out somehow, but the rest of the car is pretty much cleaned up. And now what I'm gonna do is go section by section, just because I have a limited amount of time to work on this car as always. So I'm gonna probably do a door, or do our whole process on the door, clean our supplies, and then move on to the fender, move on to the hood, so on. And I think that's what we'll do right now. So now we're gonna find a panel to do our paint correction, do our whole process, and so on. I wanna give you guys a halfway update. So right now I have the rear bumper, rear hatch, roof, both the rear quarters, and then this door. And honestly, dude, this is really coming out very nice. You can see me right there. What up, though? And yeah, look at the mirror, man. I mean, this is awesome. Now, if we go to the other side that I haven't done yet, you can see what it actually looks like. I mean, it's still like very oxidated and yeah, all swirled up. But what we're gonna tackle next is probably that door over there. And yeah, you can see the difference. Looks amazing. Looks really good, man. Very happy with it. But we still have to do the fenders, the front bumper, our hood, the door over here, this fender, and yeah, we're gonna still get at it. And a couple things that I'm noticing right now is over here, the paint is already burnt through at this point right here. So I'm gonna be careful there, as well as pretty much this entire hood. There's a couple weird spots here, like this was probably like a rock chip that somebody filled in a while ago. And then even up here, same thing, rock chip or some kind of weird clear or something is happening there. But I'm gonna be careful around those areas. And obviously we have our classic 6th gen Celica paint coming off over here. the front bumper. Usually that happens to these cars. And yeah, this is good. This is a very intricate part here, so not looking forward to it, but we're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna get this thing done. I'm ready to get it done, ready to get everything else on, and have this fresh car to drive around. So I'm pretty excited, and we're gonna get back to it, man. We are finally on our last panel. That would be the fender and half of the front bumper. And by the way, the front bumper is super rough, but here we go. This is the last panel. Then we have to move on to our Aero. So here we go. One word, baller. All right, so now I have the car fully paint corrected. That took a long time, had to be patient. It was 100% worth it. But this is as good as the paint's gonna get, in my opinion. There are some very small spots that I couldn't reach because I have a 5-inch pad instead of like those smaller, like 1 to 2 inches. But anyway, that's probably as good as it's gonna get. So now we're gonna go paint correct the Aero. We're gonna start fitting everything. We're gonna ceramic coat it, and then we should be good to go. I'm currently paint correcting the side skirts, Aero, ground effects, whatever you want to call it. And I'm tired, man. This is really a pain in the ass. These are the last two things that I have to do. The other pieces are in a safe spot. Trying to paint correct something in this shape with this geometry is just very difficult. And over here in our safe spot, it's just filled with the GT-4 pieces. Everything here is paint corrected. Looks very good. And yeah, just about as good as it's gonna get. They're a little dusty, just have to wipe them off. Then we're gonna put the wing together, get the wing on, get everything else on. Probably starting with the rear spats, because that's the easiest. But anyway, we'll get all that stuff on, and then we're ready to start ceramic coating. Well, per usual, I spent some time off camera and decided to lock in and get the rear spats on. So I got them on. What I did was I used 3M tape just on the top surface of the rear spats. So just around this area, I used the 3M tape, clamped them down back here, as well as up here, and then used our existing holes to fasten them back together. And honestly, it looks a lot better than what it was. For some reason, you could see like some of the tape, which in person you really can't see it. And then as we get to the other side, this one's fit a lot better than what it was too. This is the biggest gap and the only gap that we have here. And then going down the line, we still have a nice line, so I'm pretty happy with that, and I'll deal with that. So that's good for me. And now I'm working on the side skirts. So what I did was I already made this surface nice and clean with the isopropyl alcohol, and then I'm gonna put 3M tape just on the back of our side skirt around in this area. So in this area here, as you guys may remember, that this was just kind of flapping around. So I'm gonna put 3M tape just along here, and then as well as the front up here. And then from there, we can heat it up, get it all nice and neat, and get it on the car and let it reside there for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing on. And now this is pretty much the exact same procedure as I did with the rear spats. So not really missing much. And it will be the same procedure for the front lip. As you can see, I left just about a millimeter or two right along that edge because when it gets on the car and you have it one-to-one with this surface, you probably can see the tape. Whereas if you have it just a couple millimeters down, you're not gonna see it as much. Skirt, skirt. All right, it's time to get this bad boy on. I'm gonna deal with this. That's on with its own force, I guess. Now what we're gonna do is still fit this rear, right? Fit the rear a little bit better. You can see here, that's the, you know, this portion bowing out, so that's why I put the tape there on. I think what we should do is fasten these guys on and then kind of heat the tape a little bit, pull it, clamp it, and then we should be balling, per usual. But, you know, sometimes we fail, and that's okay. We need to fail to learn, so that's what it is. The precision is outstanding. Yeah, buddy. Nice. Cool. Okay, so now the tape is live, ready to go. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna clamp this thing down. Tell me if you've seen a more ghetto clamp in your life. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. That's one solid ass clamp if you ask me, man. Damn, boy. Now we have to focus on this corner right here that's still poking out. So I'm gonna heat it again and maybe, oh, that's not gonna happen. I was gonna say maybe we could get a big clamp here, but I might just have to tape it and wrap it around the trim and we might be good at that point. And I'm gonna massage this thing. Ooh, that's so solid. You can even hear it, man. It's so solid. That's pretty tight. Oh yeah, that's super tight. Now I might even do some going up and over. That's already pretty solid though. I mean, you hear that? That's some solid stuff. Alrighty guys, it's the next day. I have this side all buttoned up, the tape is off, and the fitment is pretty much perfect and right where I want it. And now here on the other side, I do have it cooking. It still has its nice little tape on it and whatnot. So now at this point, what we have to do is get the front lip on. So I'm gonna put in the fog lights, mock up the front lip, and I'm probably not gonna put too much tape on it because this lower grille is gonna become carbon fiber. I have to take the front lip off at some point again, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with the tape. So at the moment, we're gonna get this front lip on and yeah, see what happens. All right, the front lip's gonna go on. You got that side?
I'm around on this side.
Okay, just hold it. Just hold it.
And then the whole thing's gonna go up. Oh, dude, this is mine.
Hell yeah. There's a gap here, but I'm gonna live with that. Oh my god, look at the gap. It's so bad. I'm gonna push that in.
That side popped out.
Great. I'm just gonna keep messing with it, and it's not gonna do anything, but...
Yeah, you gotta...
Here, you wanna push up on the light like that? And then I can... Alright, now push down. Kind of release it. That'll work perfect right now.
As soon as you tap it, it's gonna pop out.
Ready? Yeah, it just pops out. Dang it! Alrighty guys, I'm about to put on the wing, and then from there, we're gonna ceramic coat this thing. So now I already hit this with isopropyl alcohol, hit the whole car. yeah, kind of boring stuff, honestly, but we're about to get that done. And actually, I just peeled the side markers. Looks pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna ceramic coat this thing, and that's probably gonna be it. Alrighty guys, well, per usual, it is the next day. I made sure everything was great on the car. I did end up ceramic coating it, and we finally have everything put together. I'm super happy with how this came out. Very excited to honestly just drive the damn thing. And yeah, got the wing on, got everything ceramic coated. Everything is on pretty much. All I really have to do is the third brake light and the wheels, obviously, and the inserts for the hood. But other than that, we are 100% good to go. We got a new front emblem as well. It looks honestly really good. You could see a little bit of the paint looks a little fuzzy, I guess so. The car's a little staticky, I guess. And yeah, this came out really good. And honestly, I learned a lot, and I'm pretty proud of myself for this one. So now at this point, what we have to do is powder coat a couple things, a couple brackets, very boring stuff. If you guys do want to see things like that, just please let me know. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I really appreciate you guys sticking around, and feel free to like and subscribe. It is 100% free. We have pretty awesome things coming this summer. I appreciate all you guys' recent support, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.